Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to Thrash Reviews, where yours truly, ThrashManiac99, continues to review upcoming hard rock and heavy metal albums in the calendar year of 2016. And tonight I am reviewing one that I missed a couple weeks ago, but I finally checked it out tonight, and that is the newest release from Finnish grindcore masters Rotten Sound, their new album, Abused to Suffer. Rotten Sound is a grindcore band that started around the mid-90s and are really, in some people's opinions, like the Finland's version of bands such as Napalm Death, Terrorizer, and a whole bunch of other great grindcore acts. They're kind of trying to pay homage to those bands, but kind of help evolve grindcore into the modern era, into the current era of music, and from all accounts, they've been doing it very well. So we are here to examine this newest record. Let's check it out. The first track on the record is a funny title called Lazy Asses, and right off the gate, it's a brutal, fast, blast-driven grindcore song that just captivates you. It's like the listener, in the case myself, was like a punching bag, like boom, 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 like it was throwing punches left and right because of how furious this track was. Lyrically, definitely talking about how some people in this world tend to be lazy and don't want to do certain things in their lives, and this song certainly reflects a lot of that idea. So, hell of a start to this album. The next track I want to talk about is Time for the Fix. This was one of the longest tracks of the album at about 2 minutes 40 seconds, and this was one of the slower songs on the record. This kind of had almost a bit of almost a death metal influence, even a bit of groove metal kind of thrown in there. There was some grooves going on within the track, and musically it was a well put together track that just really shows what Rotten Sound is capable of, besides just going out there and blasting and playing as fast as they possibly can. They're able to show that, hey, we've got chops, we can play slower songs just as good as anybody else can. And they certainly proved that point correctly. The next track I want to touch on is Extortion and Blackmail. This was the longest track of the album at nearly 5 minutes in length. And this song sort of takes everything that they built off of the previous tracks, combine them into this song. Excuse me. They take all the blasting, fast, thrashy elements of a grind band and their core sound, bringing in those somewhat death metal influences and their kind of groove aspect going on, throw it all into one big melting pot. And that's where you get this track, and also lyrically very much political and a lot of social commentary going on. And in fact, that is pretty much what grindcore is all about freedom of expression, to express how you feel about problems with the world and the environment, and songs along those lines, while there can be some grind bands that have more death influences of lyrics, more like gore infested, and that's where you get the gore death grind bands. But with Rotten Sound, they're playing traditional grindcore, but also bringing in some new tools to the trade, kind of bringing in some groove aspects to their music, a little bit of death metal thrown in there at times whenever they're playing the more mid-tempo parts of their songs. And there was quite a few moments on this track that definitely felt like they were listening to like the Diatribe's greed-killing era of Napalm Death at times, while at times they could have also been listening to albums such as World Downfall by Terrorizer, and they take all that, throw it together on this track, and just executed it very well. No complaints right there. So overall with this record, it's like a roller coaster, like where it sometimes feels like you're just being a punching bag because of just how fast the songs are. And that is what grindcore is all about that brutal chaos within the songs, all about the short song lengths of one about under a minute to over a minute, but close to 2 minutes, and just really just makes you go on this journey through a short amount of time, and it just absolutely kicks ass. So if you're a fan of grindcore, this is definitely for you. For me, from top to bottom, this was an amazing record. Absolutely amazing record. Sometimes the flow of the record kind of felt a tad bit inconsistent at certain points and times within the songs, but that's a very minor complaint, if at all a complaint. But other than that, top to bottom, not a poor song on this album. So my final verdict, 91 out of 100 for Abused to Suffer by Rotten Sound. This probably topped Venomous Concept as being the best grind album this year so far. And there's probably still more grind albums left to be out, or left to be released this year, so far I've reviewed from grind albums, Venomous Concept, Gadget, now Rotten Sound. Where do we see the rest of grindcore coming here in 2016? It depends, but anyways, 91 out of 100 for Abused to Suffer by Rotten Sound. Go check it out if you haven't already. I am Levi McIntyre, a.k.a. THRASH Maniac 99. Peace out, and have a good Monday night.